Hi guys, happy 4th, and happy Sunday with Aiden, always. Alright, so today we're going to go back into Entering the Twilight. No, it's not Twilight like the movie, it is the other world, so the other realms, the other dimensions that we place our attention and focus on. So we did go over Entering the Twilight. Now we're going to go over some personal protection before you actually do go into, different realms and, access different parts of your body. And I really like the fact that if you're not, so say you are sitting here, you're quiet, and you're placing your attention on your knee, and you really understand what's going on with your knee, so you're not just imagining it. I like it. I think it's coming from all of this new age stuff. Basically it's the whole manifestation thing. Just see it and believe it, and that's not true. That is not true. You cannot just picture it and boom, you're going to have it. So it's all fake. And I'm beginning to think that all these manifestation coaches are fake, even the one that I really like, sadly. But I'll just go into this because it just explains everything a little better. So okay, so as we already have discussed, following the compass in chapter 1 and the forms of protection that pretty much conveys. So he says here, I do not propose to talk about that subject here. What he's referring to is personal protection is more of an intimate individual form of practice, so which not only harmonizes the energies in the individual, but also gives a measure of individual defense. So you've got to harmonize the energy in your body. You can't do any of this. You can't just jump into magic and think it's going to work, and it's not going to. You're going to fail. You're going to totally fail at it, and it's not going to work. So now when he talks about defense and protection here, he does not mean that you are, protecting yourselves from a horde of raging demons that are ready to attack you at any second, should you put even the tiniest of steps out of place. Nor does he mean that you will be whisked away to some godforsaken realm there to be incarnated forever if you should stumble over a word in your right or make the wrong move. Leave all that to Hollywood and the New Age manifestation coaches. Every single one of them. Sorry. What he is referring to here is actually a level of equilibrium of the energies within within you, such that you have balanced enough to perform the rite or work on which you have planned. So this procedure also has the benefit in some of its forms of calling in outside energies or agencies to give you the extra support you should need or desire it. If you need it, if you don't, you don't. So we are all composed of many parts and many levels, not all of which work together at any given moment or time. We are all subject to external and internal pressures that throw us off balance, and sometimes, what did I write there? Puts us out of sorts. And I see this a lot with newbies in magic. So during ritual, all energies and pressures are heightened and increased, and therefore any imbalances in our beings will become more pronounced and obvious, such that in an extreme situation we may be unable to continue or complete our work. It's all about the energy in the body. You have got to balance you got to equilibrium. You got to balance out all your energies. It's crazy. This takes years of practice. You're not going to manifest stuff right away. So the practice here he's going to give is a very simple method of equilibrating our internal energies, putting ourselves in touch with the greater energies outside of ourselves, connecting to the energies of the land, and hence creating a much better internal and external framework on which to commence working. So, this is something that I've been doing since I have literally been using the board, which is like 7 years old, and this is actually one of the books that I really started to actually read, was Treading the Mill. So we have the circle cross method, which I do like this one. So you're going to stand facing the direction in which you are going to begin your work, usually north, whatever direction that you feel comfortable in, but traditionally it's usually the north. So feel about or your feet about a foot apart, arms by your side. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and visualize and raise your dominant hand, right hand or left hand, and you're going to touch your brow and say, from above. Now you're going to see a source of shining light, astral light, from above your head. And it's going to send down a stream of energy to connect with your brow area. So right here. You're going to trace that line down to your brow and touch your navel and say, to below. Now you're going to see that line continuing down and penetrating the earth at your feet. Touch your left shoulder from the left. See a source of light coming from your infinite left and connecting with your your left shoulder. Now trace a line across to your right and say to the right. So this is almost like the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. Now you're going to see the line of light continuing off to your infinite right. Now you have an equal arm cross basically emblazoned on the front of your body, stretching to infinity and linking you to the four quarters of the universe in whichever direction they may be. So yeah, it's pretty important. Now you're going to cross your palms over the center of your chest, just like this. I guess. That's how I do it. Where the lines actually meet. So you have your equal arm cross. Now visualize a circle of light whose circumference touches your left and your right shoulders, your brow, and your navel, and say, I stand whole and contained. And now that is just a giant circle, and then you have your equal arm cross inside. Very simple to visualize. Very simple. Where did I go? Where did I go? Oh. Now, breathe in and visualize the cross. Breathe out and visualize the circle surrounding it. Repeat twice more, 3 times in all. Now, you have completed the basic circle cross and harmonize the energies within you. So this also gives a measure of personal protection going into any work that you don't consider it necessary to erect a formal compass for, but don't feel comfortable performing with nothing. So if it's just a little bit of protection. I mean, it's pretty good protection, but I mean still. So it will charge up your own personal energies and ward you against any stray interferences or distractions. So you may use this technique before entering your compass as well, if you feel the need, or instead of the centering exercise described in Chapter 1, Compass Hollowing. So it's pretty easy. It's really easy. It's a really good practice. You got to do it. So now at the end of your ritual or work, after you have cleared away your compass, it is considered good practice to repeat the circle cross. So this time you are not attempting to place any protection around yourself, but recalibrating your personal energies. You just perform something that has altered your energy flow to a greater or lesser extent, and this can often be quite disorienting. That is why a lot of people are experiencing these kind of like panic attacks almost. The heat in your body, if you're experiencing the heat, the hotness, the feeling kind of sick, the dizziness, all of that, you're literally, you're inviting energies into your body that you're not used to. So it's like quit taking a medication cold turkey. You're gonna shock your body. So okay, so you have just performed something that has altered your we already said that. So there's nothing wrong with giving yourself a good harmonizing. All the better to come back to this world with. So it is good to do it. Now, having learned this basic method, there are various slight alternatives that you might like to utilize. If you're dedicated to a particular named deity or deities, you may like to substitute their names instead of from above, which means God, and to below, the goddess, is in the basic method. If you have personal guardian spirits, you may like to substitute their names instead of from left to right. And to the right, try experimenting and see what works best for you. But do not forget to visualize at the same time. The visualization when you're erecting your compass, when you're doing your compass, and when you're doing all of this, is the most important thing, is the visualization. So you may also find that the color of the light that you are working, or that you are actually seeing, changes with who or what you call on. So crafters are an individual and pretty much cantankerous bunch. So what works for one may not work for the other. Just follow your nose. However, I don't know what I wrote there. remembering to visualize the cross and the circle. So yes, it is the visualization that's very important. So as this is what forms the focus and power, then the rest of it, once you have set this firmly in your energy field at the start of your work, you can leave it to work on its own for the rest of the time. So here's another example or version you could use whilst working in a wooded or forested area. Now, using the same stance and visualizations as in the basic circle cross, touch your brow and say, Viriados Forest Father. Trace the line down to your navel, say, Erda, All Mother. Touch your left shoulder and say, By the oak. Trace the line across, touch your right shoulder and say, And the elder. Cross your hands over your chest and say, Around me forms the wood word. It's pretty interesting. It's really interesting. Alright, and then allow yourself to experience the energies and see what differences there are that you may find. This is a simple exercise, helps your work immensely. So, alright, we did the circle cross, personal protection, and the circle cross. So I think that's pretty interesting. I do really like, when we go into focus and attention and the breath, so we'll do that. So focus and attention will be next. So you can actually place your attention or your awareness in a different realm, and you don't have to, if you do it right, or if you do it wrong, you're just remembering what a certain place or object feels like, looks like, tastes like, all the energies of it. If you do it right, you're actually placing your awareness somewhere else outside of your consciousness. So you're actually seeing what's going on there. You're not actually, just visualizing and, remembering the same stuff over and over. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. And I also had a really good conversation with a father yesterday. And I do want to divulge this information that Ed and Lorraine Warren were never recognized by any Catholic church at all. They were never recognized by the Vatican at all. Ed was never a religious demonologist. There's no such thing. The Catholic Church will never, ever bring in an outsider like the Warrens to help them. They have people that are specifically in the Vatican for that purpose. They have no records of this too. They have no records. Lorraine was never tested for psychic abilities, ever. No records of it. There's no records also of the guy that died from Annabelle. None. Nothing. Fake. False. And that is a fact. That's a fact. Sorry, but it's true. Everybody that likes and loves and worships the Warrens, and you guys are ridiculous. Seriously, all of you. You're being fooled. You're fooled by them. And you're idol worshipping them. Like it or not, it's true. You are. So, I don't know. Pick a god and pray. That's all I have to say. But yeah, they were never a wayward Catholic Church. Note the word wayward. Took them in. And then they got, in with Hollywood. They never went to the Vatican. They were never even recognized. Ed was never recognized as a religious demonologist by any church. Ever. So, that just goes to tell you that they're liars and everybody's falling for it. Especially my friends, and it's ridiculous. It's stupid. But, I guess, a father, he's going to lie to me. Whereas, I'm supposed to take everybody else's word for the Warrens? No. I thought that was great information to divulge. No records whatsoever. The Vatican doesn't have time for them. They didn't have time for the Warrens. I thought that was really interesting. I really hope people, I don't know, no, people still worship them, and everybody will still worship them. So I feel very sad for the people that do. It's just a giant controversy. A big, giant controversy that nobody likes. Nobody wants to see the truth. So yeah. It's very true. They were not the people that you guys think they were. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, my father, nobody cares what he has to say. Because, they believe the Warrens over, an actual Catholic priest that is actually, being, whatever, bumped up into the Vatican. So yeah. Hey, I think it's great. I find my proof. More stuff is being researched. A lot more stuff is actually being researched about them. So, it's good to know people. It's really good to know people, especially for that reason. Alright, Smoky Shake. Hi, my love. So sad I missed you. I hopefully you'll go live again soon. I'm gonna go live here in just a little bit, actually. Gustavo. Hi, my Gustavo. Hello, hello. Oh, Monica, my Daria, I love you so much. Oh my god, okay. Okay, in my honest opinion, the Bible is just a bunch of men twisting God to control the masses. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There we go. Okay, so God didn't write it, humans did. And those humans wanted us to fear God. Yes, because just like the governments, now they want to control us through fear. Having said that, there are good lessons and beautiful parts of the Bible that do have value. I agree with that. I do totally agree with that. There's a lot of magic in it, and you know that. It's just a book, but crazy religious people worship the darn thing like it's some kind of God itself. That's weird to me. I love you, my bro. I love you too so much, and that is totally true too. They worship it. It's like it's some holy, glorious book, and it's not. It's not. There are some beautiful parts in there, but when I did my series on who's really the villain in the Bible, God or Satan, it made me depressed. When I read the Bible, I get depressed for about 2 years, and then I have to go to the doctor, and then I have to, I'm in bed, and I feel disgusting. I feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel gross. But yeah, you know what I mean, though. But I do. I completely agree. You're completely right. And it's been translated so many times, but it's still the only one true book, true way to heaven, or to any heavenly dimension, to any kind of salvation. Remember that. It's the only way. Gag me. Hi, my Gustavo. Lady Witch. Cindy Miller. Hi, you. Santa Muerte on a Harley. I still would like to see that. Brent Edwards. Hi. Lord Welb, the partial son. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you are well. Where did all my comments go from the other day? Yesterday. Caroline Lacusta. Hi. J Phoenix. Hi, my bro. Beetle Depth 3000. Diane Hannon. I love you. I just do. J Phoenix. Alexandra Hill. Eva Lagassi. Susie Civiter. My Queen of Negativity. Kate the Witch, Alchemy of Life. Hi, guys. Osami Yuichi? I really hope I didn't butcher your name. I'm sorry if I did. Hi, Lisa Oaks. I love you. Mr. Jizzy Von Clutch. Hi, you. Sky Sullivan. I love you. S. Chloe Flores. Shout out. Kat Braun. You're so cute. I just want to give you the biggest hug ever. Falcon Moon. Hi. Alright, guys. I will see you guys here soon. I'm gonna go live. So, yeah, happy 4th for everybody. Everybody that celebrates. My hair did not do what it's supposed to do today. It's just like, the humidity sucks. So, alright, guys. All my love all the way from, of course, Venus. Always. All the way back down. And I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't be peacing out on me because I love you guys too much. I freak out. And, have a safe, 4th. And remember, animals, veterans, people with PTSD, cover your ears. So, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.